I'm free, I'm totally free. Finally, I can do whatever I want. But I have to go to work on Monday. Shit. Hi guys. As I mentioned before, today we're going to talk about how to jump from the level 4 to the level 5 of this freedom pyramid that we were looking at on the previous episode. So what we want to do and what we want to achieve is to go from this false freedom while you're still working for money, while the money is still this little behind the scene master of yours, to this level of complete financial freedom where you can do whatever you want with your time. The money is not an issue, the money is not master anymore. So, because you are all so lazy, most of you, I have prepared a small list of what to do, and I will underline this with a red marker, what not to do in order if you want to achieve financial freedom. So we established the last time that currently I'm on the level of this false freedom, but I understand the levels of freedom, I understand what is the next level, and I know that I want to achieve the level of financial freedom, and that is it for me. I would be successful, at least in my eyes, if I achieve this goal. So let's go with the nice things. And I have put here some of the things that I, or you, if you want to achieve the same, should do in order to achieve this financial freedom. So obvious, the first one is that we want the money to work for us. So we don't want to work for money. Then we want to have money in order to invest this money to get more time. The easiest way to think about it is, let's say if you have a company and then you buy employees or pay somebody else to do your job, that translates into you having done more work in one unit of time. So if it's not the same if one people is doing something or 100 people are doing something. You can do a lot more per one unit of time, let's say in 1 hour, if 100 people are working. But you have to pay those people. And that's why you have to give money to buy that time. Okay? Then, as we seen last time, if you want to achieve financial freedom, you have to have capital. And this capital is your base, is your baseline. It's something that will pay you through your life and will give you, let's say, dividends. It will give you a recurring revenue each month or every 3 months, it doesn't matter. And it will pay for you and for your lifestyle. In that way, you will not have to work for anyone else again. One disclaimer and one big if, only if you want to retain the level of lifestyle that you're having now. It doesn't go like this. If you get some capital and this capital, let's say, pays you 5,000 euros per month, you cannot have a lifestyle of somebody who has 10,000 euros per month or 100,000 euros or dollars per month. It doesn't work that way. So let's say you are working for a salary for a 3,000 euros per month. Then if you have the capital that gives you 3,000 euros passively, you don't have to do anything, then you have achieved your financial freedom, but you will retain the same level of your comfort, of your lifestyle. It cannot be better, it can be the same. You understand me? But also in taking into consideration inflation and such other things, you will have to work to get this capital even more because 3,000 euros or dollars today will not be able to get you the same amount of things in 10 years or 20 years from now. So you have to get the capital. How much capital? Depends on the lifestyle that you want to have. Okay? The best thing is to reach, let's say, the level of your salary, or let's say 2 salaries. That's quite comfortable, but you should never stop accumulating this capital. So what is the capital? Something, those are assets and asset classes that you invest in that will give you some passive income through dividends, through increase of price, through rents, through different kinds of, through appreciation of real estate, different kinds of things. So stocks, bonds are, especially this, if the governmental bonds or something like that, they tend to have low risk, but also there is a lower possibility of earnings, so the percentage is lower than for stocks. Real estate, crypto, gold, so different kinds of asset classes, and you should invest into all of them. So depends on your risk level, how much risk are you willing to take. Depends how much of your money monthly you will invest into different kinds of assets. So you can put, I don't know, 40% into stocks, 10% into bonds, 30% into real estate. That's 50-80, then I don't know, 10-10, 10-10. Okay? It depends on how you are watching on your risk. How do you assess the risk and how much risk are you willing to take? Somebody is willing to take much more risk, so they'll put even more into stocks, even more into crypto and so on, but it's up on you. But you should invest in all of these asset classes because you should not put all eggs in the same basket. But if you are asking what kind of stocks should I invest, my personal preference, so this is not a financial advice. This is something that I'm looking into. I'm investing into stocks, into companies that are dealing with AI. Obviously, it's the future. So AI technology, Big Four, Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, so those Apple, so those things. Biomedicine, energy, and also the S&P 500. So these are the stocks, or in this case ETFs and index funds, that I am investing into. Okay, real estate depends on where you want to invest and so on. But this is a long-term investment. Don't expect that you will invest 100 euros or dollars into real estate in 10 days and that you will get a monthly rent from someone. It doesn't work that way. So this is something that you want to invest for the next 25 to 30 years, and after that you will live a quite easy and comfortable life. Then you have to invest into businesses, whether or not it's your own business, but in that business you will probably trade time for money. But if you have your own business, you should invest in your skills, in your businesses, but also you should invest into other people's businesses, especially when you are early in some kind of project, when you see that the project is good and you want to support that project. You can get very early, you can get a very nice entry price to get some equity in some businesses that will pay off you along the way, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years in the future. So what's the key? The key of those is the discipline. So this is the only thing that will get you to financial freedom. Do all of these things, but in order to do all of these things, you have to have discipline. If you're not disciplined, you will skip your investment cycle, you will not invest this amount that you have prepared, you will spend more than you are earning. You understand, you have to discipline yourself. And how to discipline yourself? Especially when it comes to money. I have put somewhere here. So budget yourself. You have to come up with a budget or a system of a budget. And I told you what my budget is. I have my income or input money, let's say, when I take out these fixed expenses that I have per month for my down for my mortgage, for my electricity bills, and so on. So those are the must things, the expenses I have to pay. The leftover is divided into investments, savings, future expenses that I'm saving for some birthday, for some travel or something like that. And then at the end, I have some funny money to do whatever I want with that. That's the key. You have to budget yourself. And the only way to do it, if you cannot discipline yourself enough, or you don't have the discipline yet, you have so much of this technology today that can budget you automatically. So when your salary comes, it can automatically put aside in different pockets, in different subcategories or budgets. It can pour the money in so that you don't do it. It is done automatically, so that you don't ever get into this kind of situation where you're, I don't know, teased to spend this money. So it's easier when you don't see it. When it comes to your banking account, it automatically transfers to other budgets for your vacation, for your investment, for your, I don't know, for your savings accounts and so on. If it's automatically transferred, then there is no problem. Then we will not come into situations that we forgot or we overspend or something like that. That's why you have all of this technology. I am very well disciplined in these budgets, so I do it automatically when my salary comes. When it comes in, I spend the next 10 minutes doing this diversification or putting money into different pockets, into different asset classes, into different budgets and sub-budgets, and then I continue my day. I just put it as a task and then cross it over, and that's it. Why is this important to get this capital and to invest all the time and every month regularly? Because we have this, and we were talking about in earlier episode, we were talking about this compounding effect. It doesn't mean anything if you're going to invest for a year, 2 years, or 5 years. It doesn't mean anything. But if you start regularly investing for the next 20, 30 years, then it starts to add up very, very big and very quickly. So you should think about that. And you should go back to the episodes when I was doing the math on the whiteboard, how compounding interest is working and what are the effects of it. Then, of course, you should invest in your skill and invest in this capital. Next things are not so hardcore, are more softcore, are surround yourself with level 5 people. So these are level 4 and this is level 5. If you want to be here, obviously you want to surround yourself with people who are already on level 5, because those are the people who can teach you, give advices, and so on. You have so much to learn, and you have the possibility to learn from those people. Just you have to surround. Of course, they are in better place than you. You have to be less arrogant. Your ego have to be tamed a little bit and sustained a little bit. So you have to be humble and talk to those people and ask them for advices. And most of them, 95, 99% of them, will be very happy to give you those advices for free. Just you have to be willing to open your ears and eyes and everything and listen. For God's sake, listen to those people. And you have to surround yourself. If you're surrounding yourself with level 4 or even worse, with level 3 or level 2 guys, then basically you're trying to be a god in this little society of yours. Your ego is obviously overinflated and you will never learn anything. How will you jump from level 4 to level 5 if you're surrounding yourself with people who are at this same level or below that? How? So it's impossible. You have to surround yourself with smarter, greater, more intelligent people who are on this level, and then learn from them. The next thing is you should always be uncomfortable. There is an old saying, at least in my village, it goes like this. I can translate it literally, but I don't know if it means something. If everything is great in your life, then put a small rock in your shoe. So that's literal translation. But what it means, it actually means don't get too cozy in life. Don't ease in somehow in this comfortable life and you sitting on your couch and watching TV while others are doing, grinding, investing in themselves, in the skills, and accumulating this capital. So if everything is great, then you should make something up. Give yourself another task, give yourself another opportunity to be better, to read, to, I don't know, to open a side job, whatever, to learn something. So you should always be uncomfortable, because the biggest enemy of your progress is good. It's good. I'm cozy. I'm comfortable. That's the biggest enemy. So you should investigate things. You should be a little researcher, scientist. If you don't know what to do, read, whatever. How come Elon Musk have successfully, I don't know, put a rocket back on Earth and landed it on a launch pad on the water? You should learn how he did it. Then you, as we said a million times, you have to have goals. And those goals have to have steps and milestones, and you should reward yourself with something when you reach those milestones. It will boost you up. Then the thing that we were learning also, we have to learn how to sell, because only in that way we could get more money that we can invest into skills, capital, businesses, etc. If you're currently in a situation that you have 9 to 5, regular steady job, what you should do? First of all, you should be the best employee on the level that you have, in the role that you have, the best. And you shouldn't worry about 9 to 5. You shouldn't watch it as a 9 to 5 job. You should watch it as an opportunity to work on big projects, to gain more friends, more business partners, and so on, to be someone that your boss and your partners can rely on, your business partners can rely on, so you are reliable, and they will always vote for you in cases when there is a promotion, when someone has to move up the corporate ladder, then you will be certainly the first in line. So you should be the best, and you shouldn't trouble yourself with the things, oh no, I work only from 9 to 5, at 1700 I'm going out. No, I'm going home. No. You have your daily tasks and you have to do your tasks. Someday you will work 12 hours a day, someday you will work for 7 hours, someday you will work for 20 hours. That's how life is. Just simply accept it. But do your tasks regularly, do it on time, be quick and be precise. And the things that you do, they should be good. Don't be sloppy.